California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Like 20. Come, baby. Come, baby.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Back to the Mac 14. 14.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on third. Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Under 3. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Throwing, Mariota. It's caught here by Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
On first down, it's Bell, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Rams' 12-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
One.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 7.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
You. One. 52, right 52. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To throw, Mariota. And he's got his man on the out route. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
52. One. Greystone travel. Show it up.
Now Bell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal.
Take 4. Where are they, team?
Here's Bell. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Get hands on motion, man.
3rd and long. It's Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yo. Check 50. Check 50. 6 guys.
They go play action. Mariota. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Mike Batu. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the run, watch the run.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
23. Watch the screen. Pass.
Mariota now. Caught here by Bell. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Le'Veon Bell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down throw. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Watch the whip. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 47 yards. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Kill, kill, kill.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To the air again. Gone. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Clelin Ferrell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Mariota now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Mike's 43. I'm coming. 43's the Mike. Alpha. The Mike. Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
On play action, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mariota now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Come on. Switch it.
Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Like 20. Choose the light. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. I got you. I got you.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
52. Mike 52. Wild Bill. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 5-2 the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. There we go.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Bring it!
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Jumper. Value one. I'm coming after you.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 5-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in the East Bay. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 35-yard line. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. Four there.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check. One. Check hot route.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Check. Value three. Check out three.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ric Flair.
A shotgun snap for gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota throwing left side here, and it's complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They come up in an offset eye. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
5-2 the Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Hey, that's whirling. Shift. Kill. Shift.
On 1st down, gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 61 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, past the 20, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. One last throw here for Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.